A big welcome to anyone who's just subscribed to us, and thank you very much to all the new subscribers who have joined our channel. We really are driven by the new people joining us and the people that are still with us from the beginning. It's really pushing us forward, and we've actually just turned, and we're now a year old. Our channel's a year old, so we're really happy about it, and things are going really well. So this is our Detroit diesel expert.
What? It's not true. He's kidnapped me and he won't let me out until I finish this.
I've imported him deliberately in this container. Which is very handy to be building these pistons.
Just for the record, I have no idea what I'm doing, and all you YouTubers will tell me everything I'm doing wrong. So that'll be good. Although I will not be reading the comments. Stupid. So
you lubed it?
Lubed it. Mm. For those who don't know, these pistons are.
Get a new box out.
Yeah.
Would you like the official Detroit diesel knife to open it?
Is this a Detroit diesel?
It's an official Detroit diesel.
It doesn't say Detroit, it says Dextron. They're too heavy. So we got a ring package. Little thing of telling me what not to do. Bunch of little fancy rings. I don't know where they go. And
but you haven't done this before, have you, Frank?
well, I have, but I was kind of drunk. These are some sort of O-rings or something. Big wrist pin. I guess you guys call them Godgin pins in this country. Is that a Godgin pin? I don't know, wrist pin?
Wrist pin. Wrist pin, I think. Yeah.
American, it's wrist pin. This is a bearing.
Bearing.
And then, yeah. Take a look at that.
So the piston itself.
These pistons are two pieces, and they're completely steel. So this is a steel skirt, and then steel head, and basically that's fed with oil and stays cool. And we got these little retaining clips that go on here. And because it's a two-stroke, these need to be a perfect seal in there. Otherwise, what will happen is oil will come out with the connecting rod and spray in here and spray into the transfer ports, and then the engines will burn oil. So when we assemble all these things, we need to test them.
And pressure test it.
Vacuum test them with our.
Yep, you've got one over there. Your
fancy
self-made tool.
This is the Detroit diesel part number 61566EN.
And it looks very strangely like a plumbing tool.
Yeah.
That didn't take me about an hour to sand down, so it's exactly the right shape for these pistons.
So we put those in there, and we need to hammer them in the right exact way. And then what we're going to do is put on here.
And that sits absolutely spot on there. There is a little bit of silicone around the bottom to give a rubber seal.
Yeah, we put a bit of oil on it. And we got our vacuum
You've got
pump.
the vacuum pump over there, and we can pressure test it just like we did the other ones when we done the other engine. You got a bit of pipe?
Hose.
Yeah, there's a bit of hose somewhere. Probably in there.
So we get some hose. And hose.
So Detroit Diesel could not give us one of these tools, so Frank come up with the idea and then made one himself.
Well, I just saw it online. I was like, oh, okay. But well, it's not Detroit Diesel couldn't. It was this our supplier, which was FP Diesel.
No, pretty much they couldn't go.
No, it was Diesel Pro. It was Diesel Pro who couldn't do it, right?
Yeah, Diesel Pro.
Yeah. Well, they're a third-party company, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think Detroit Diesel actually makes these parts anymore. It's all Mexico, China, these third parties that do everything now. Okay, so we'll get that. And then big fancy liner with transfer ports.
Quite heavy as well.
For a two-stroke, yeah.
Nice and shiny, eh? So we have lowered our standards today. We are now sat on the floor and we're going to pressure test the pistons. So these need to be pressure tested.
Oh, vacuum tested? Dewberry. Yeah,
that's it.
Maybe put a bit of soap on it.
Blue.
Here's your ferroliquid here. A little bit of lube on there, I think. Just put a little bit of ferroliquid.
Theory on it.
Yeah, just put a little bit.
That is the problem with those. They, it's the seal, isn't it? Is that yours?
Yeah.
All right.
If it's this or that.
Do you want to hold it in place? See whether it'll put pressure on?
Well, you push down and twist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going down a bit quicker even.
Is it?
Sneakily.
But the first one stayed absolutely solid, so.
Check the other side. I'm gonna get dirt on there. We should be good on that. Put some ferroliquid on there.
Very.
It's going down a little bit. Well, hold on. Let's actually just put it on right here.
Yeah, see where it pumps and holds.
Yeah, it's leaking. Something leaking.
Ah, something's leaking then.
Maybe be this cap too or something.
Could be. Should we take it off? On, depressurise it.
Push the button there.
Ah, right. So, right. That is definitely going down.
Yeah, but you get a test on here without the hole.
I know, yeah.
To make fair, this thing is good.
Right, take it off.
Oh, look, here's a bit of a. Here's a bit thin here.
Yeah, I just see that, and I also. We good?
Yeah. Try it. Oh, it's probably a bit dry, eh? It's leaking down.
No, wait. That one's going down. Yeah, let's try with a bit of lube on. Lubricant. Right. We good?
Yeah.
Going down. Going down faster. That's going down like a stone. Something.
Well, this cap as well. Suck it up again. Some dirt in there, but.
That's a 27.
The fact that you can reach 27 is usually a good sign.
Yeah.
If there's any leak whatsoever, it won't do that. Yeah, well, that's fine.
26.
As long as it doesn't fall below 25 in 10 seconds.
No, it is steady, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
Right,
fine.
off. At the minute, the pistons and wet liners have been removed. And now what we need to do is clean out all the old excess oil, the dirt and stuff like that. So if you have a look through this port here, and you'll see like the build-up, and they need to be cleaned out. So now we can use the good old faithful brake and clutch cleaner. Now some people do say that Frank uses this as and unfortunately this stuff, if you're going to use to clean an engine, absolutely brilliant, but it does cost a fortune and you go through absolute boxes of it. So Frank's instructions are diesel. Use diesel in a tub, paintbrush, clean the engine as much as you can as a first hit. Then we go through with brake and clutch cleaner. Now fortunately, this stuff you can also buy in, when I get it, 5 litre containers. And they come with like a little spray bottle. So that is our plan. We're going to give it a good clean down and make it look good. Nice.
I think it's the biggest yet, to be fair.
So outside Portsmouth, you've got the 3 forts, and this is one of the forts. This is Spitbank Fort, and I think about 10 years ago, something like that, it was operating as a luxury stay. I don't know whether it is now. It doesn't look like it, but these are amazing monuments. They're defensive monuments from the Napoleonic Wars, but what a hell of a structure.